Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Week 3 edition of the Commissioner's Corner podcast. I, of course, am the Commissioner, James L. Seagraves, coming to you live from my house yet again, only because, well, times are a little weird right now. So, I know we didn't have a podcast yesterday, or last week, I should say, because I was getting ready for Mega XP3, which was, it is what it was. Wasn't a huge success, wasn't a giant disappointment. It was kind of just in the middle. So that's done behind us now, so I can now focus on the things that are really important, not living, but more so taking care of the Michigan Ultimate Survivor League, which is, of course, you guys, friends, family, and all. So, week 3 in the books. Obviously, the number one thing talked about this week was not anything to do with football necessarily. It was more protest on the flag and the troops and all they stand for. However you want to stand on that, or not stand, perhaps, whatever. I'm not here to talk politics. I'm not here to talk, presidents versus sons of bitches. I'm not here to talk any of that. What I am here to talk about, however, is the Michigan Ultimate Survivor League and the disgrace that is several people already going on the blacklist in week freaking 3. Week 3. People blacklisted already. What does that mean, James? Well, James, what does that mean? Let me tell you what it means, okay? This means, and as you can look at my little thing I'm about to show you here, there's a system to prevent people from doing this. And it's coming into effect already. Sorry about the weird lighting. I don't know. It's like some bizarre weather outside. I don't know. It looks like it's like, I don't know, half dark and half white. Light, whatever. Anyway, so we're going to get going here. We're going to kick over here to the old Commissioner's Corner thing. And there's old Ashley Cromwell. It's an old graphic. I should probably change it. Hey, I got a lot of free time now that Mega's over. Why not, right? So we're going to go down the checklist here of what we have to do. The blacklist starting first and foremost. Now, as you said, James, what is the blacklist? The blacklist is something that if you get randomized once, you're put on what's called the blue list, which is not a blacklist. The blue list means, hey, guess what? I messed up. Kind of forgot my lineup. Had some going on. My own wife is on the blue list, for Christ's sake, okay? Blue list isn't a big deal. You get one warning. If you do it a second time, don't submit a lineup. You get on the blacklist. And there are a lot of people who are put on the blacklist already, okay? And then there's a third time, such as the Carnival King, who somehow forgot he allegedly paid for a team. I don't know. Maybe drinks a lot. But if you commit a third time, you get stripped your team. Which reminds me, if anyone's looking for a team, I have got to answer these emails from earlier, and we will get that team filled so it doesn't happen again. So, here we go. Let's look at this, okay? These are the people who did not... People popping up. I just posted a whole bunch of pictures from Mega. All right, Carnival King. You've been with us since the beginning, my friend. You apparently forgot you bought a team. And, stripped of team, third offense, you're done, okay? Brutal Broncos, first offense. You see this right here? Brutal Broncos, first offense. Bill Polling Dynamite, the returning champion, second time in 3 weeks not submitting a lineup. He's gone out of the lottery. That's the blacklist. That's what that means. You cannot get drafted in the playoff lottery once you're blacklisted so long. So Bill Polling is going to have to win on his own merit. Otherwise, there's a wasted season. Donald Trump 420. Speaking of the president, he's also in a second offense. That is Matthew McCullough, also Verizon. These Verizon guys too busy basically trying to figure out how to explain to people that don't have unlimited data. They can't pay attention to their team, apparently. I got to drink some orange juice. Is that your final answer? That's my wife's team. She's blue listed, no big deal. Hernandez Hitman, new owner, first offense. He said something about, I don't know what happened. Something went wrong with the settings. Yada, yada, yada. Sounds like a bunch of crap. Grigori Clegane, return owner, first offense. And T-Tokes, first offense. Y'all suck. Then if we scroll down here, we look down here at the list. Randomizer 101, the Gary King special. Let's just look at these comments here. Come on, man. Aaron, the meat man of Bob's, wants a team. Yada, yada, yada. Jason Taylor, the former Miami Dolphins player, apparently is interested. And then Gary King says, curious how the quote-unquote randomizer picks all starters, and some fairly good ones at that. And then it turns into this mountain here. Kind sir, please explain the collusion theory and randomizer in your next podcast. I guess I wasn't paying attention prior years. And then a nice little Deep thought emoji. Oh, and by the way, you called your wife a sweet dude. Or my sweet wife a dude. Hey, the less you know, Squidward, the better. Anyway, so, okay, let's explain this collusion thing, okay? There's a reason you can't be in the same league as your wife, or the same conference as your wife, or, typically even people you really know. And that is because you could easily collude. So what could happen is this. Not to say it does, although I think it might have once. Basically, let's say down the road, you and I, Gary, are let's say you and I are best friends, which of course we're friends. We're not best friends. Let's say we were best friends. You know what? Fuck it. My schedule sucks. My team sucks. You have a chance of winning, $1,000 in prizes or whatever it is, broken up. I don't know what it is this year. Something like that. I'm not going to win. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just, not going to submit a lineup. Period. That means that you can win easily, okay? Or let's take it another step further. Let's say that there's a reason why lineups are hidden too. You and I could collude and say, you know what? You and me, we're going to start all the same players but one. And that player I start is going to be a bum. You can start bums. I can start bums. We all win. You'll start one good player. I'll start a guy who's injured. Yada, 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 okay? More so, the fact that people don't submit lineups at all. Someone just doesn't care anymore even. They're like, I just don't even care. I'm done. Just let the thing die. So that's great if you're playing that team. You're like, oh, cool, automatic win, right? What's not great, though, is someone else, let's say it's the next last week of the season, and someone needs your team to lose, and then some jackass doesn't submit a lineup, whether he just wanted you to win the money, or he just is totally incompetent, a.k.a. Louis Diana, and, they just don't submit a lineup. So the randomizer is designed to prevent that from happening. Either A, someone throwing a game, or B, someone just, not caring and thus throwing off the season. Now, the randomizer is dangerous at the beginning of the year, and here's why. The randomizer sets up, it scrubs the top 12 players in scoring for the year, okay? So, yeah, sure, you can get, Tom Brady's a bad example now, but Tom Brady, that first week, he sucked. He could have easily gotten randomized because it pulls from positions 13 through 32, okay? It doesn't start players who are fucking 14th string anywhere because that's the same as not starting a lineup. So it starts actual scoring players from 13 to 32 for quarterbacks, tight ends, kickers, and defenses. You will never see a top 12 player by ranking in there with the randomizer. Now with running backs, it's a little bit different, okay? It starts from like 20. I don't know what. I have to double check. It's in the top. I think it's like 13 through like 50 something though, okay? So, like, usually ranges out, the average between 20 and 20 and 40 get picked. But it goes all the way down to 50 something. So, yeah, you're never going to get top tier players when you randomize. But, the flip side of that, beginning of the year, a guy could have a couple bad weeks, be found in the randomized pool, then all of a sudden, he's great. I mean, I guarantee, Tom Brady, I don't think he was randomized last week, but he could have been. He could have been randomized this week even because week one was so bad for him. So, I don't know. The randomizer happens like this. And so I don't remember who gets chosen for what, but point is, like, let's take a look here at old Gare Bear's opponents here, okay? His team is, what the hell is his team again? I don't know what his team name is. DeWyans. Just click this, go here, go to box score, and we'll go to week 3. Boop. Shit. Well, this is not a good example. Let's go to schedule. That's what I want to go to. I don't want to see mine, though. I don't care. This is dead air. But, okay. Okay, first of all, Gary King, you played my wife who was randomized, and she lost. So why are you giving yourself a damn hernia thinking about this? Because, yeah, I mean, this is dumb. I don't even see where you are anymore. Yeah, is that your final answer? She lost. What the hell are you complaining about, man? Come on. So, yeah, 60.06 points. Yeah, sure. That's that. Yeah, whatever. Good players. Well, you scored 70.66. So either she didn't get good players or you didn't get good players. One of the two. So who's really at fault here? That's what I thought. So, okay. So now, that's how that randomizer works. And now I'm going to cut down to my personal favorite thing the top 15. Well, let's start at the bottom here, okay? Starting from the bottom, and we'll get there, believe me. Starting with Carp Carnival King, 0-3, 92 points, useless as a pecker on a pope. That is Carp Carnival King. Travis Richardson, who didn't know he had a team. We're going to give him a pass because he sucks. Gregory Clegane, Tenacious D, Ashley Managed HGH Supplier. Is that your final answer? Nantab Knights and Steel City Sackers. New owner. Welcome to the league, boy. It's tough out here with the big boys. I'll tell you. 0-3 for all you guys. You all deserve nothing. All right, moving up. Here we go. Top 15. Now, as you can see here, we got a couple. We got the top 20, which doesn't really count. True Brew Wrecking Crew, Old Papa's Players, Dewayans. Hey, guess what? I'm going to cry about the randomizer even though I win. Dewayans. Yeah. Right above you is your son, New Orleans Rock Chucks, Dewayans. So, hey, he's not crying. He's still winning games. And then finally, top 16, the Apache Chiefs. So close. Yet, that sacred land that is the top 15 ripped from your grasp, unfortunately. All right, so here we go. Number 15, the Irish Shamrocks are 2-1. They have 228 points. Number 14, Brady O'Bush. Yeah, former champion Brady O'Bush, 2-1, 235. Better Bring Your A Game. I believe that is Rob Jazierski's team. Number 13. Number 12, Bring Back the Butt Fumble. I don't really recall who that is, but that is Tom Farmer changed his team name. That's important because the next team, Zeke's Relationship Corner, I believe is also Tom Farmer. So he's got two people in the top 12. There he is, Tom Farmer 2.0. Way to go. That's pretty impressive. Of course, slightly different lineups because they have different point totals. Top 10 team Major Key, who got robbed in that first week by scoring like 90 points and still losing. He's in the top 10. Number 9, password is Taco, 257 points. Number 8, here we are, the undefeated teams. Yours truly, that's right, for the first time in history, I start off 3-0. Incredible. I'm impressed, even though I am the worst of the top of the undefeated teams. I've got 177 points. That is true. 177 points. At the end of the year, there are teams who make the playoffs regardless of record based only on the number of points, and this is why. Password is Taco, Team Major Key, Zeke's Relationship Corner, all the way down to Super Original, all have outscored me, but they haven't won 3 games. Number 7, it's Kazoo Crazies, 188.57. Honolulu Blue Balls, 190. Granny's Baloney Curtains, 200 points. I'm going to return like Brady after week 4. I believe that is, who is that? Rocky Keeling, that's right. Rocky Keeling, he was a holdout, held out during training camp, almost didn't get in the league, but got in at the last minute, and he's so far undefeated. Good enough for the number 4 team in the nation. In the top 3, here we go. 52 Shades of Clay. Bonnie Monahan coming back. She's always been a good owner. Never made it to the promised land, but still good owner nonetheless. Number 2, FarmersOnly.com. The Farmers are dominating this league, ladies and gentlemen. 2 Tom Farmer teams, 1 FarmersOnly.com. He's number 2. That means the number 1 team in the nation is. Here we go. Monsters of the Midway. I don't even know who that is. It's one of the new guys. And that is going to be Brian Griffing. Way too many Brians in this league. And some of them aren't even in it this year. Still way too many of them. But we love you anyway. Congratulations, Monsters of the Midway. Number 1 team in the nation with an astounding 236.51 points. Not that great. You've been outscored by several teams, including Major Key and Password is Taco. But you're undefeated. Thus, that makes you the number 1 team in the nation. Now, we're going to go to conference power rankings, okay? We're going to break down conference by conference here to see where everyone stands. We're going to go division by division, conference by conference. Here we go. If I can find it. Here we go. Standings. Here we go. So we're going to look at the Marvel Conference first. That's these top 4 here. You've got the number 5, the number 6, the number 8, and the number 10 teams in the conference, all in this conference, or in the league in this conference, okay? Granny's Baloney Curtains, 3-0. We're going to look at the Spider-Man division here real quick. 3-0. The next closest is Cheechki, 1-2. So a gigantic lead there. They've beaten all 3 teams in their conference, or in their division, I should say. Huge beginning to the year for this guy. Now, for those of you just joining us, okay, basically here's how this league works. First 3 weeks are inter-division play. That means you play the teams in your division the first weeks. Last 3 weeks, same thing, okay? So you have like 6 games in between that's in your conference but not in your division. So these first 3 weeks, pretty critical. Granny's Baloney Curtain's in great shape because of it. HQ, Vito, Honey Badgers, and Kikambas, 1 and 2. Then we go down to the Thor Conference. Number 6, Honolulu Blue Balls, owned by Larry Weinberg. Good to see you this weekend, Larry. I appreciate you driving all the way out to see Mega XP. Still 3-0. We got a 2-1 team with the Gamers, Marty Burnett, Sandbaggers, Corey Timmerman, and then the Carp Carnival King is a useless piece of slime, as George Newman would say. Marvel Conference, Captain America Division, Providence Power, 3-0. Super Original is Paul Smith. He's a returner. Uncle Rico and the Steel City Sackers. Dustin Hanson. Bop. You can't get a win. All right. Moving on to Iron Man. Now, this is interesting. Team Major Key, who is number 10 in the nation, losing the divisional battle to Alex Jones / Ted Nugent 2020. And that's because Alex Jones and Ted Nugent, they won something. They won Team Major Key. They're not going to win a real election. I'm sure Ted Nugent anyway, not going to win a real election, but he can at least win in this league here. So he's ranked higher than him. Taylor Wackers, Broski's 1 and 2. Okay. DC Conference. Here we go. We have the number 7, 15, and 11. Okay, so this conference, by comparison, even to the Marvel Conference, is pretty much just balls. So Kazoo Crazy 7-0, Tenacious D 0-3, or sorry, it's number 7 3-0 for Kazoo Crazies. Rock Turks 2-1, Black Hole, Tenacious D. But Black Hole's good. Okay, Black Hole is Rob Bradley. You know, God bless him. He's a great owner. Josh Crampton, and both Mr. Bradley and Mr. Crampton have had some serious things going on during the offseason. So hopefully they can right the ship. I know they got more important things to fry than the Survivor League, trust me. But, you know, so I'm going to give them a pass. They can come back at any time. Giggle Giggle and Brutal Broncos. Neither of these guys are even ranked, which is kind of useless to have a division winner not ranked. But Michael Myers 2.0 and Brent Timmerman 2-1. Yippity yippity. Bitches Back is probably the worst 1 and 2 team in the history of the world. Love Kelly Fowler to death, but her lineups have just been, I mean, she's probably better off to be randomized. And then there's just Bill Pulling, Dynamite guy, who won the league last year, and he's just disgraceful. Love him to death, but he's disgraceful. Then we get down here, another phenomenon where 15's ranked higher than number 11. Irish Shamrocks, Chris Amos, Zeke's Relationship Corner, Tom Farmer, both 2-1. These other guys, Brady Balls, and the Dublin Drunks, Jeffrey, 1 and 2. Donald Trump 420. Now, this is sad, okay? This is Matthew McCool's team. They were undefeated going into last week, and they said, yeah, you know what? Man, I'm just not going to submit a lineup. That's cool. And he actually, I think he actually won last week based off the randomizer. So maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. There's a lot of teams, and I was busy this weekend. True Blue Racket Crew, Roger Brewer. Good job, 2-1. Sioux Girls 1 Cup and Wally. Guys, those are both perennial. Get the garden tools ready because these guys are perennial playoff teams. Do not let your guard down. Good to get wins early, but they are perennial playoff teams. Star Wars Conference, we got the number 3 team, the number 1 team, the number 2 team, the number 4 team, and the number 14 teams in the nation, all in this conference, people. Huge. We're going to talk about huge games pretty soon. This is huge. Now we'll start with the Han Solo, 52 Shades of Clay, and Hawaiians, both phenomenal teams. Great stuff. 50 Shades of Clay, 3-0, huge. Monster Midway, the number 1 team in the nation. Apache Chiefs, number 16. Doesn't quite get that little number in front of them. Still good. Got a couple of teams there. Melissa Garrity's team, very disappointing so far. I'll be honest with you. 1 and 2, meh. Okay, then we've got FarmersOnly.com with a 2-game lead on Squadrons, Hernandez Hitman, and Beast Mode. Good to see you, Ryan Allen. And then Kylo Ren. I'm going to return like Brady after week 4. Number 4, Brady O'Bush, number 14. This, as I said, if you go back a couple weeks, I said the Star Wars Conference is where it's going to be interesting. All kinds of good teams in this conference, and it's showing that way. And then we go down to the Game of Thrones Conference where they have number 9, 12, and 13 in the nation. That's the best you guys got for real? I mean, do I even have to talk about this conference? What's going on here? They don't have a single undefeated team, first of all. That probably explains why this is happening. But, yeah. The best team in here is Password is Taco. They're 2-1. But he is the best of the 2-1 teams, score-wise. That's that. So, that was exciting. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop up this little, I'm going to pop up this schedule thing here and see what's going on this week. Games to look for, okay? Try to open this in a new tab. I don't know what happened to it. That's it. Yeah. So there we go. Week 3 in the books. Week 4 coming up right out the bat. Let's go back here. Let's just pull this here. Sorry, I'm still going to use this new setup. It's weird. Week 3 in the books. Week 4. Here we go. So right out of the bat, Gamers taking on Grains, Bologna Curtains, Honolulu Blue, and nobody cares. Nobody cares. Providence Power taking on the Carbon Carnival King. That's nice because I'll probably be 4-0 because the team's garbage. Kazoo Crazies, Bill Pulling Dynamite right here. This is an important game, even though Bill Pulling Dynamite not ranked currently because, you know, he's had to get cleansed of his sins or whatever you want to say. He is a defending champion, so that's going to be a good game to watch. Kazoo Crazies, you might want to bring the wood because Bill Pulling Dynamite's probably mad at his lack of everything. Also, Wally taking on Irish Shamrocks. Big game there. Wally, not great so far this year, but, you know, like I said, perennial playoff team. Irish Shamrocks better watch it. Sioux Girls World Cup, same thing goes for him. He goes into the what conference is this going on? This is intra-division play, I believe, right? That's what they call it. Let me pull this up here. Bill Polian Dynamite. Yep, taking on Kazoo Crazy. That's Superman versus Batman. Hey, that was a shitty movie. So yeah, Sioux Girls One Cup taking on Zeke's Relationship Corner. That is a 2-1 versus a 1-2. Okay, still big time for the people who are involved with it here. Apache Chiefs, number 16, taking on the number 3 team, 52 Shades of Clay. That's huge. Huge games. Section is called Huge Games. And then, of course, we have Monster of the Midway, number 1, taking on DeWians. Good old Gary, how's the randomizer work, King. Gonna go for the number 1 team in the nation as the Luke Skywalker Conference or division takes on the Han Solo division this week in this action. That's probably one of the games to watch. Without question, though, the number 1 game to watch is this one right here. Number 2 taking on number 4. I'm going to return like Brady after week 4, and FarmersOnly.com taking each other on this early in the season. Huge implications here. Not only is one team going to be undefeated, but when it comes down to it at the end of the year, one of these teams will have the tiebreaker for the winner of the conference. So it's huge. Huge game there. Huge. And then, of course, we have the number 12 versus number 13 team. Bring back the butt fumble versus Better Bring Your A game. Rob Jazurski versus Tom Farmer. Good games all across the board. So, a lot of action to watch for this week, folks. Be sure to submit your lineup. Now, again, last week was weird with the London game. That hopefully, I might just leave it that way for a while until we find out how many other London games there are. You can't see your lineup all the time until all the games kick off. Otherwise, you get screwed because everyone always forgets about that London game. So that's why that happened. Yeah. So if you have any questions on anything, if you're upset about the randomizer, if you're upset about the fact that our defending champions have been double randomized this year, feel free to let them know in the comments of the Facebook group. And yeah, I will hopefully be able to get some real podcasts going now that Mega's over. Although Mega's over, Blood Bash just begins. Someone's calling me. Gotta take this. I don't know who it is. We're gonna look it up. Who is it? Oh, it's Cassandra. We'll see you later.